Good evening, everybody. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. It's Saturday night. We got a raid from Om Nom Nom. We got all of our friends here, and it's time for Romhack races. Hey, who'da thunk it? I hope you're doing well, because things are about to get a little bit rocky. We got a Cliffside Excursion tonight from MassPunishment, and this is, without a doubt, I'd say one of the hardest levels that we've had in Romhack races probably ever, and certainly one of the hardest levels we've had for a long time. Length of longest section, a massive 7 out of 10. Hardest trick to figure out, only 6 out of 10. But hardest trick to execute, 8 out of 10. So we are really going to see some skill tonight. We like to split the difference. We have some easy levels, we have some harder levels, and tonight it is all about the difficulty. So get ready, buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you are new here, you don't know what we're doing, quick overview. This is Romhack Races. We do this every Saturday night, as often as we can, right here on this channel, and we make and race Super Mario World Kaizo levels that no one has ever seen before. Every week, we have a fresh new level from a maker. Sometimes people make more than one as the weeks go on, but it's a new maker every week, and these racers have no idea what they're in for aside from our difficulty rankings given out by the testers, and they're going to have to use all their wits and skill, improvisation, sight read this level in order to get through and come out on top. And we say Romhack races, but we're here for everybody. This is a super tough level. It's kind of every person for themselves here. We have a leaderboard to make it fun, and we're gonna try to let everybody get through. We got about 2 hours for these broadcasts, and I'm curious how soon the first clear is going to be. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about what we do, that's romhackraces.com, our website. We also have a Discord server. You can hang out. You can try this level for yourself, get the patch. You don't have to race if this looks interesting to you and you want to give these levels a shot. They're on the website and also on the Discord. And if you want to just hang out and have a fun time, that's what we're all about here. So feel free to make some noise in chat by a show of emotes or excitement or whatever. And while we're getting ready to start, we got less than a minute, but I would really like to shout out the rest of the Romhack Races team. I want to be more conscientious about that. We got Dr. No running the restream. We got Kelgan, Om Nom Nom, Darkenine, and friends doing testing. We got D to the Fourth helping us out with the leaderboard and the website and doing a lot of really helpful stuff around the shop. We really, really appreciate it. I'm the one that gets to talk to you, but there's a whole team of people who are bringing these events to you every week, and we really, really appreciate it. So, with that being said, we got about 30 seconds. There are more racers that have signed up than what you're seeing on the screen, but we can only fit 4. That's what we have the scouts for. They're going to let us know who to rotate in and who's making progress. We got Quiet Mason in the upper left, RB Pimlico in the upper right, Misha Vargas in the lower left, and Nathan MG rounding out the lineup in the lower right. Like I said, we'll be rotating people in as they make progress, but let's get ready to go. We are just about ready to start, so I hope you got your popcorn and got comfy already, because you're not going to want to miss it. Influence, KLDC domains, breakfast, BKW2, P is key. I made that level. Oh dear. Oh, no one's ever. Oh, all right. Well, I'm really excited now. Breakfast Kaiser World, P is key. That's the final level. We got Cliffside Excursion tonight for MassPunishment. Let's do it. Louis Duce, RB Pimlico, Misha Vargas, and Nathan MG. Let's get started. First things first. Looks like a big shell jump up the wall here. Remember, a lot of these tricks are going to be a little bit more difficult than they might be, and it's going to be tough. So we're going to see some top tier execution. First thing, got to get over that wall and land on the edge of the gray platform. But as you may notice, there is only one square of the platform is actually safe. The other 3 leftmost tiles of the platform are above munchers. So the racers are actually aiming to get this shell jump and drop right onto the right-hand side of that platform. Only there will there be a safe landing. Looks like RB Pimlico's got the idea, Louis Duce and Misha Vargas, everybody making really good progress through some very tight areas right now. So next thing up, we're going to be surfing on the spiny. You see that red spiny moving down around there, and just got to surf on it, stay above it, but through some really tight jumps. And there is a lot of really meticulous control going on, when to boost your jump, when to lift up into the air, and how to navigate yourself through a lot of these one tiles. One thing that I think a lot of the racers are going to be using, RB Pimlico, though, making a little progress, Nathan too. One thing these racers are probably going to be using, especially when it comes to being in the air and lining up through a gap, watch the way that they, I think most of the racers have this idea already. It's a really helpful thing to do. You got Louis Duce, you got RB Pimlico in the upper right. Watch when they land on that gray platform. What most of the racers are going to do is jump as far to the right as they can and then bonk that safe wall, right? You're not going to die if you brush up against that wall. And then as long as you're up against the wall, your horizontal momentum is going to stop. And when you fall, you're not, as long as you're not you're neutral, right? You go forward, you bonk the wall, and then you're hugging the wall and you just neutral and drop down. You're not going to hit the muncher that's at the bottom of that. It's a nice way to line yourself up and make sure that you actually get through the one tile. Is just kind of brush up against a safe wall and then neutral. And you're just going to be aligned with that. So watch as it's going through for racers to use that. I think a lot of players here are probably very familiar with that idea. It helps out a lot in situations like this. But watch for players to use those safe walls. That's what makes a level like this even harder, is if the walls actually kill you. And that's one of the reasons why makers of tight precision levels and things will actually put like death walls in their hacks. It's so that you specifically can't do that wall alignment trick, and it makes it much more difficult. Fortunately, this is just an 8 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10, and there are safe walls to be using. So watch for that. You're going to see that, I think, quite a bit. If I were racing this level, and I know a lot of these people are also really familiar with this concept, but I would be looking for every safe wall that I possibly could and come up with strats that always kind of bonk on those safe walls, and that ensures that I have to do less guesswork about where my position is and how I'm going to drop through those areas. Looks like we got to switch up in the lineup here. Freaking Sega Genesis cheat codes. Halcyon in the lower left-hand corner of your screen has made some big progress. Still on the first section, but getting out ahead right now. RB Pimlico, Nathan MG also, but keep your eyes on Halcyon there in the lower left. Really stellar player. Kind of came out of nowhere a while ago and has just been really blowing it up. Getting that green shell and bringing it through to kill those 2 lava lotuses. So that is a little bit of progress, and so far Halcyon, the only player that we've seen get to this section, and only less than 5 minutes in, which is really remarkable. What's cool about this level is it's very it's self-explanatory. There's not a lot of confusing stuff going on here. It's really more just kind of do what's there. It's just what's there is a little bit tight. But I mean, there are, I could say a lot for this tight precision style. I think there definitely is a place for it. And even though it is an annoying way to die for sure sometimes, the 1 tile, the 2 tile. I mean, I myself have complained many times about the needless, unnecessary 2 tiles. But at the end of the day, that being said, complaints being registered, there is a real deal amount of skill that's being challenged with stuff like this, especially when you add in the wall brushing up. That kind of helps smooth out some of the pain of a situation like this, and just kind of makes it a little bit easier to navigate. Louis Duce, though, in the upper... Louis in the upper left has also gotten to that same point that Halcyon's got. So I was wondering what was going on here. Do I see... first of all, I got to say, MassPunishment, really appreciate the level. Great level. And I really appreciate the shout-out to P is Key. No one's ever referenced that level. But do I see... I call it a slingshot shell jump. I call it a slingshot because the shell kind of goes behind you and then you shoot forward like you're pulling back on a slingshot and then letting it go. And that is what these racers are doing. Keep your eyes on Halcyon in the lower left. They're about to do it. You get into that gap, then you throw the shell up right as you're about to touch the wall. The shell comes down and you nudge it behind yourself. That behind yourself shell ricochets off the wall and you go forward off a shell jump. I think it's a really swag trick. Got that from Kaizo Kindergarten. Interesting. When I found them like independently. But it might have been, I used it in Search for Salmon. Juguma Landing was the first time that trick had I had used that trick. But it's a really swag trick. It's really, really cool. And I like to see it. I really like to see that trick in this level. It's difficult, though. That trick in itself might hang even some experienced players up for a little bit. That's just it's not an unfair way to do the trick, but it is just a difficult trick in and of itself. That's definitely the advanced way to get around. Nom Nom, thank you so much for the gift subs too. I wanted to shout that out. Thank you very, very much. Nom Nom one of our new testers, doing a great job. We really appreciate the efforts. Romhack Races is better because you're here. Thank you so much. RB Pimlico, yeah, everybody's going. And notice too, when they go for that, I'm just gonna call it a slingshot jump because that's what my brain calls it. That's what that trick is to me. It's called a slingshot. I don't know. That's just what I named it when I came up with it, and I stuck to it. And I don't know. It's just what it is. But when they go for that slingshot trick too, notice that they're grabbing a mushroom, then they're catching the shell. So they actually have to do it. I call that under duress. You're not free. You have to get out of that situation as quick as you can because your iframes are going to run out. There's what I mean by under duress is like there's duress. I mean, there's some sort of pressure on the situation. It would be different if the players had as much time as they wanted to stand there, line the trick up, make sure they're ready to go, get there, just take a minute to breathe. But it's even harder to do a trick when you have just a short amount of time to get going with it. You just have to land and flow right into that next movement. But it looks like we're definitely getting some consistency here. Louis Duce has got the idea. After that slingshot, the shell stops and it lands on the ground, and that is what turns the spiny around. The spiny otherwise would just keep walking to the left and just walk right off the edge. Here goes Halcyon in the lower left. But yeah, by having that green shell there, it makes sure the spiny stops and turns around. It's a really cool way to ensure that the player actually did the trick before it. And I really like that type of level design where the trick that you just did is the setup for the next trick that you just did. It's almost like this interesting like Rube Goldberg machine as you just kind of move through it. RB Pimlico looking pretty sharp at that slingshot jump. Kind of still trying to get the angle right. It is such a man, I could go on and on about that green shell trick. I really like to see it. I want to say this might be the first instance of this trick we've seen in a Romhack race. I think that's really cool. Here goes Halcyon in the lower left. Okay. I think I see what to do there. I am also reacting to this level right along with everybody. I think it puts me in the audience's shoes, and this can be kind of fun. I think I get this. Ooh, wow. I wonder if Louis, RB, Halcyon, Nathan, or anybody else that we're seeing right now, I wonder if they know. I'm not going to say it out loud yet until somebody gets it, but I have a hunch about what you do with that part. And the only reason I even thought of that trick is because I think, yeah, Quiet Mason got it, or Quiet Mason did it in their KLDC level. I think it's that same trick. Louis got it once. Okay, yeah, hadn't seen. It's a little bit tough to watch everybody's screen at the same time. But I think I know what that trick is. I know if I were playing, I know what I'd be trying. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. But really good consistency right now going on from just about everybody. 10 minutes in, and we are flying through this yet. No checkpoints yet. Louis, RB, Halcyon, and Nathan, though, working hard. Here goes Louis Duce. Yo, Halcyon too, getting that slingshot kind of wraparound jump. Here we go for this P-switch trick here. What is it? What is it gonna be? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so though. I'm just waiting for one of the racers to figure it out, and then I will actually say it. I don't want to say the wrong thing or anything. But what else would you do in that situation? What do you think it is, chat? What would you do if you were racing this right now and you were presented with the situation that these racers are seeing right at that shell jump, P-switch, lava lotus section. What do you think it is? There's an interesting property. Well, there's many interesting properties in SMW. But one of those interesting properties, here goes Halcyon in the lower left for a shot at it. Oof, oof. One of those interesting properties of P-switches in this game, here goes Quiet Mason. Huh. Okay. Maybe what I'm thinking isn't what you do. I may be getting ahead of myself a little bit. We're 12 minutes in. But I was going to say, whether or not it's what you do here, one of the interesting properties of P-switches in Super Mario World is that, just like Louis Duce just did right there, that is the solution. The squished P-switch sprite is still technically active. By that I mean in the moments where you got the full unpressed P-switch and then you squish it, it turns into a little squished sprite. That sprite, before it is destroyed, can be moved, carried, picked up, eaten with Yoshi, and all sorts of things, because technically it's the same sprite. It's just that the game expects you to squish that so quickly that you're never going to do anything with it. So it's kind of a weird little, I wouldn't even know if it's like it's not really a glitch. It's more of just an oversight, kind of a crack in the walls in terms of the devs, I guess. I don't even really think it's a glitch. It's just kind of like they're saving code by just having the P-switch always be the same sprite. But what that means is you can do some exploits with that. For example, what is going on here, and Quiet Mason does it. Okay, watch out for Quiet Mason, Louis Duce right now. RB Pimlico's getting close, but Quiet Mason and Louis are the two that I've actually seen get through that trick. Yeah, you can grab the P. We can call it a P smush. That's a pretty good name for it. You can grab the P smush and you can throw it like a regular P switch, and it will hit a block, which is what's going on in this situation. Throw the P smush, hit the block that has the lava lotus above it, and be on your way. Another thing you can do with the squished P switch is eat it with Yoshi, and Yoshi will spit out a fresh one. That's just a vanilla thing that you can just do in the regular game. It's a recycling trick for P switches. It's really kind of fun. I used to do it when I was a kid. It's just one of those like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. It's this funny thing. You can also if you're quick enough, you can take the P squish through a pipe transition, and you'll have a fresh one on the other side. So I really like to see this. This is a really neat little obscure property. And honestly, the first time I've seen this trick before, let's call it uncreative, but I've seen this grab the P smush and throw it into a block. Quiet Mason had a KLDC level that I thought was really, really innovative and featured that trick in it, which was really cool to see. So I like that. I like the setups. It's a kind of a trick that you really have to set it up correctly, right? You can't carry that P smush very far. You can't really do anything with it. So here goes Louis again. Yeah, throwing. So they're spinning, jump up in the air, hit the P switch. That breaks the spin jump and makes you have a regular jump. There's a yump for Halcyon. You love to see it, but unfortunately no help. Break the spin on the P switch. Now you're not spin jumping. So you can grab this P smush, you can throw it into the block, and since you're not spin jumping, you now have the ability to nudge the green shell and kick it forward to be your next landing to lift up over that jump. I know that's a lot to take in a short amount of time. That's why these players are doing really well and racing really tough, and we're all sitting here watching. I want to say too, Nate, thank you so much for the sub. Cat Adjacent, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming. Really, really appreciate that. So this is like I said, if you're just joining us, you don't know about Romhack races that much. This is definitely on the harder side. This is an 8 out of 10 level, or 7 out of 10 rather, sorry, for us, but there is an 8 out of 10 category. Normally we're hanging out between, I'd say 3 and 5, 3 to 6 maybe. But we do like to kind of keep all the bases covered. You can't always have easy levels. Can't always have ridiculously hard levels. And so we like to switch it up a little bit. But while we're hanging out here, I would like to say, if level making is your jam and you're interested and would like to get involved, we are looking for makers right now. We have a few empty spots coming up in our schedule. We have a new or sometimes returning, but a different maker every week. Make the level for us, send it up to the testers check it out, and then we race it. If you're interested, fresh creations are greatly appreciated instead of just like, here's a level from a hack that I made or something. Gotta be a fresh one. But if you're interested and would like to make a level for Romhack races, we are putting out the call as of today. We're looking for some makers and stuff, and we got some backups and plans and things if we can't find anybody. But there's been a lot of really great people making, and a lot of people have used it as a kind of a chance to show off the latest and greatest in ROM hacking technology. So if that sounds like fun and you'd like to get involved with that, please let us know. We have you can hit us up on Discord, and you can check out the website too. We have sign up sheets. I should make a level. I've only made one. I made the 420 level years ago. It was actually, it ended up being Can't Stop the Booty, which I also ended up putting in Breakfast Kaizo 2. It was the level where you have to preserve butt state while you're floating with the cape, and you use it to knock things out of your way. Yeah, maybe I should make a level sometime. Maybe you don't want that. Wait, hang on. Are you sure? Okay, because this level was inspired by a level I made. Or at least listed as one of the inspirations. So, I mean, do you really? Yeah, but jump on the Discord if you're interested, and feel free to sign up. Feel free to just talk to us. Let us know if you have some wacky idea or something maybe you've been saving and you don't know what to do with it or whatever. Let us know. We are really open to new ideas, suggestions, and things like that. We want to, race and show and play the things that people want to make and see. So, let us know if you're interested in that. We would love to. I'd love to have you. Yeah, it's gonna be the mythical third thumb shredder. All right, we got a 50 out of 10 level for everybody tonight. I'll see you next week. I'd probably just do something silly like make it like a thumb shredder, but you can't die. It's just like a getting over it kind of thing. Oh, that, you know what? Honestly, oh geez. Well, now I spoiled my idea. But what about like a baby, like thumb shredder kids, KIDZ, and it's kind of like getting over it. Like you can't actually die, but it's just like super difficult, and you have to do like all these shell jumps as you're like. Honestly, just like getting over it, right? And you just like climb up a tower. Just literally getting over it, but with shell jumps. Oh, Thumb Shredder Jr. We're talking about Weenie Hut Jr. Tokyo Shred. Do all the players use controllers? Do any of them use keyboard? I don't know. Everybody, all the setups are welcome. If you want to play console, keyboard, emulator, hitbox, Weenie Thumb Jr., whatever your controller of choice is totally okay. If you want to try to play SNES mouse, I mean, D to the fourth, she did make a thing that you can use the SNES mouse with Mario World. So if you want to, I can't say that wouldn't be amazing. Yeah, but you could, I'm not sure what everybody uses individually, but it's all cool. Just pick your favorite setup and what works for you and go for it. Yeah, piano keyboard, that's an option. Guitar Hero controller has been done. I like that one where the controller made out of like avocados or whatever, or fruits, and the guy's just like attaching little electrodes to it to make all this stuff happen. Well, is it Hades beaten with a pomegranate? That'd be pretty rad. Heck, you know what? We're sitting right here right now. I'll personally put a $50 bounty on someone that completes a Romhack race level with a pomegranate. I know that's you stand to win less than you would invest in that. I understand. Yeah, voice controlled inputs. It's wild. Juz can control a whole game of Mario World just by yelling "No." we're looking for some progress here while we're hanging out. We still got a race, but this is, like I said, these harder levels get to be a little bit more of a grind. And that's we're kind of waiting because sometimes you get the one shot in a level like this. What we're really looking for is consistency, where they know what they need to do. Say on the 5th obstacle, they just want to get to the 5th obstacle every time. The two things that make a Romhack race will like help you win. That is the thing to do. One, you get the one shots. Even if you don't save your progress like a checkpoint or beat the level, you get knowledge. You know what's coming up. You know 2 more obstacles than everybody else around you. That's helpful. Other thing, when you can't get the one shots, get consistent. If you need to get past the 5th obstacle, don't die on the 2nd or the 3rd. You know, every other attempt gets to the 5th obstacle. If you're on the 5th obstacle, you need to get past it. Die on that 5th obstacle. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't waste time getting back to where you need to be. Those two things combined is generally what makes a Romhack race. And tonight we're really seeing the consistency, where you know these racers know they need to get past the obstacle right after the P-switch is what everyone's kind of working on. But they need to get back and get tries at that particular obstacle, and that's where it becomes less of a battle of sight reading and who's going to get the one shot, and more of just like who is able to assimilate this knowledge the fastest, who is going to get really comfortable at all of these different moves and different articulations the quickest. And Louis Duce, I mean, making progress right now. I would honestly say, in my personal opinion, it's anybody's race still right now. Halcyon, Quiet Mason, Louis Duce, and now we are joined by Germ Dove in the upper right. Everybody is doing really, really well, and I straight up think it's anybody's game right now. So even though this might look like a little bit more of a slower grind, this is a really tense race right now, actually, because literally anyone could have it. They all know what to do. Here goes Louis. Oh, never mind. Here goes Louis starting over. Also, Pat, thank you so much for the raid. It is really good to see you. I hope everything's going well. That's Pat CDR on Twitch. Friends. Are the testers okay? The testers are really good. The testers are good players and good friends. And they go through every week and just make sure, make sure it's all right. Make sure nothing's too outrageous or anything. And yeah, you called in a ringer? Nice. But feel free to give me a call if I need to be testing. I deliberately kind of just let the testers do their thing because I think that the commentary can be better if I'm like reacting in the moment, because I don't know what's coming up either, so I get to kind of put myself in the racer's position rather than commentate from a position where I do know what's coming up. I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's like an illusion for me. But but feel free to call me if y'all need testers. Like, I am part of the team here. I can certainly do more than just talk about silly junk all evening. Do the testers use save states? They can if they want to. I don't know if anyone like who specifically does, but they can if they want to. Yeah, in most cases they go for the RTA clear, but if they need to, they can. Oh, is that really? That's what sport climbing announcers do? They never saw or tested the route, so they guess along with the athlete? That's really cool. I like that. I never knew that, but that's really cool. I do think that adds a little bit of value to the commentary because I don't know. I literally don't know what they're going to have to do. I'm sitting here watching, waiting for Louis Germdove, Halcyon, or Quiet Mason to, just get some progress, and I have no idea what they're about to have to deal with. So we get to experience that together in a way. I didn't know that though. That's really interesting. It makes sense. Because you have someone who's experienced doing the commentary, so they can kind of be like, this is what they would be thinking of, right? Because I'm basically telling you what I would be thinking or what I would be trying, if I were in that same position. Looks like the P-switch move is really is the one that's holding everybody up. That's like making the difference. Everybody's pretty consistent at everything else, but the slingshot and then right after into the P-switch toss maneuver. It's a rough one. That's a rough one because you kind of have to be like managing your slow fall a little bit. You have to get on the Y. I guess for some players maybe X, but you get on the grab button to throw the P-switch. But then, like, as you're throwing it, you see how, like, Quiet Mason accidentally grabbed the green shell? You want to, like, touch the P-switch at such an angle that you have time to grab and throw the squished stump of it, and then get off the grab button so that you don't grab the green shell, and then you nudge it. And then once you nudge it, you want to get back on the grab button so that you get that little extra momentum in the air. So there are a lot of inputs going on. A lot of really tricky timings and kind of press and release timings that are tight, small windows in that amount of time. Looks like Louis Duce, though. Oh, my. Where to, Louis? Where to? Oh, my gosh, that read. The read from... Oh, jeez, Louise. All right, that was really good. I didn't read that. Louis read that. I did not read that. Had that been me, I would have taken a death there and then gone, oh, that's what you do. But Louis freaking read that. And that's what I'm talking about with the value of a one-shot. Even though Louis didn't get through the obstacle, even though Louis didn't, or rather, let me say this. Even though Louis didn't get a chance to save their progress by either getting a checkpoint or by winning the level, what they now know is they know how to get through that. And next time, instead of dying to figure that out, they figured it out and then died, right? So now they're a little bit ahead in terms of knowledge from any other racer that got there, because every other racer is going to have to learn that same lesson, right? And whether or not they can eyeball it the way Louis did is going to cost them a life or two, and that's going to cost them time in the race. So a lot to think about here. A lot to think about. Hey, Frisky, thank you so much for the 7 months. Welcome back. How's it going? Yo, how's everybody doing? You know, if you have any questions or I'm going too fast or too slow for you, shout out in chat. I can read chat, and I'm just hanging out here with everybody. I do hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thanks for making Romhack Races part of your Saturday night. We really appreciate it. And let's give it up for the racers, too. I mean, you know, go... I don't know. I mean, you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. I understand we're all comfy, but when you get a minute, go follow the racers. There are some really, really talented players coming out. Well, you know, this level actually averages 7 out of 10. One of the difficult tricks to execute was rated 8 out of 10. There's a length is 6, brain is 7, and execution was 8. So it averaged to be a 7. Yeah, every night we race one level, not a full hack, and just one level. High logic. Louis Duce playing with a lot of confidence right now. We got Proto Pizza in the upper right. Halcyon still working away in the lower left. Quiet Mason hanging out in the lower right. Any chance of bringing back Yoshi's Island or SMB3? Absolutely. I mean, personally, we're Romhack Races, not SMW Kaizo Romhack Races specifically. I would love to make more space and availability for other games to grow their own versions of Kaizo in their own Romhack communities. You know, to be honest, the thing that has held back SMB3 and Yoshi's Island for us specifically on Romhack Races, it's just kind of tough to get a full crew together. Tough to get makers for Yoshi's Island, and then we have to schedule another race. So we got to get the leaderboard. We got to get someone to restream it, take a night to host it, get testers for that particular game. That would be rad. But that's kind of what holds us back. It's just we have we have the most availability of human resources when we're doing Super Mario World. But if you're interested, you mentioned Super Metroid. If you're interested, I think we still have the VODs around. I think they might be on YouTube. And we are probably going to do another one at some point. We haven't really talked about it that much yet, but we did Hack Attack, the internet's first and internet's second Romhack only speedrun charity marathon. And we did actually get some cool Super Metroid hack runs, as well as some Monkey Ball and some other games. DKC 2 Unveiled that came out and did a run. And it was pretty cool. So if you're looking for a few like good speed runs and some other cool hack games, check out the VODs from the last Hack Attack. There were some really great runs. But I'll tell you what, too, you know, if you come from another community and you're interested in, hey, could we race this? Would Romhack races be interested in this? Talk to us. You know, the honestly, the thing that most holds us back, I'd say, is like just kind of person power, right? We're a small-ish volunteer team, and it's about as much as we can do to get, you know, one Super Mario World level and one race out a week. I mean, we pump them out, but yeah, I think that'd be really cool, and I would love to talk to other Romhack communities. So if you have ideas or anything, our Discord is always bumping. Please feel free to drop by and just let us know what you're thinking. Yo, let's go to GameWinners.com and look up a code to unlock Walking Eye in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Walking Eye with the Super Alien Module controller. Talking about controllers earlier, I know that Walking Eye actually plays on, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's a custom build. It looks like a giant like an octagonal basketball, like a big octagon basketball thing, and it like sits on the desk in front of them, and they like have like both of their hands on it and are like when Saruman looks into the Palantir and he like puts both his hands on it, they like play like that. Like they're looking into the all-seeing orb. And it's just got like all these buttons and stuff on it. It's a really interesting controller. So we got all kinds of weird friends. Yeah, it's almost like a dome-shaped hitbox. It's not like a dome. It's more like angular. Like it's like more polygonal, but it's like a half sphere kind of thing. It's really interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah, just go over to their chat and type !controller for a full explanation. While you're there, drop a follow and make a new friend on Twitch. This is a tough level tonight. We're 34 minutes. This is a tough one. Walking Eye, look at this. Yeah, making some progress. Walking Eye, getting through the P-squish toss. Are you talking about Doug's Dimmadale, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome controller? Oh, it is the Dimmadome. Or a Demidome. Dirk Dimmadale, owner of the Dumbsdale Demidome. You know, I don't know for sure, but I'm starting to wonder if there is an H. Because length of longest section was pretty highly rated, so I'm wondering if this maybe, I don't know. I'm wondering if this maybe is a one section event. To my knowledge, Vivaldi, no. There has never been a level that no one completed in 2 hours. There's been levels that only a few people completed in 2 hours, but not often. I would say in general, on a just on average, I'd actually like to maybe know the stats. Here goes Quiet Mason in the lower left. No, needs that shell. We got RB Pimlico coming back in the upper right. Oh, whoa, Quiet Mason. What? Oh, wait. Okay. I think it was a stream glitch. Here goes RB Pimlico. Yeah, we're making moves now. RB Pimlico. Let's go. Oh, yeah. All right. RB Pimlico. Yeah, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. I was going to say, I was predicting a sub-hour clear from somebody. If there is a second section, then I would predict a sub-hour H from at least one player. But yeah, I would say on average, honestly, about 75%, if not more, of racers get through the level in the 2-hour time limit. We very rarely have like players who are still really struggling at the 2-hour mark. Some of these harder levels, that happens a bit more. We've had like 6-hour times submitted for some of the really hard ones, which I think is really cool. It means players want to try that hard. That's awesome. Yeah, RB Pimlico. Remember about the consistency. Remember when I was talking about consistency? This is it. This is it. Look at that. I am really, really thrilled with that. All eyes on RB Pimlico in the upper right. They have got the fire right now. That consistency. Look how cool. Look how big that pays off just to get a couple of tries on a part in a 2-minute time span instead of just one. You could have many tries at that final obstacle, or at least that obstacle. I don't know if it's the final one, but yeah, look at the big dividends paid from consistency. Just get your strats, make it work. Get consistent is the way to win these things. Still anybody's race right now, going into the 40-minute mark. But man, I'm about to call up Mo down at Mo's, and I might be trying to put a substantial bet on RB Pimlico right now. I mean, I'm trying to remain impartial. You know, there are 4 great players on screen, and even more waiting in the wings right now. But RB Pimlico just seems to have it. They have got the consistency. They're making these tight little jumps, and they are getting to that part more than any other racer right now. Week 119 by JSIF was the first clear. JSIF, the first clear of that was 1 hour and 17 minutes. No other sub 2-hour clears. Wow. Wow. D4's got all the stats, helping us run the website and leaderboard and everything. Hey, Nom Nom, thanks for the resub. Thanks for all you do for us. Quiet Mason, yeah, trying to get some progress. It is the slingshot and the P-switch move that I think is the big holdup for everybody. I get it. That tracks. Those are very, very difficult moves where a lot is happening in a really short amount of time. Halcyon, though, slow and steady, really working their way up. Look at that. Nice and clean. What I'm noticing right now is that after about 30 minutes working on this P-switch obstacle, people are getting a lot more careful about their approach. The thing to watch now is watch how they... Okay, here goes Halcyon again. Watch how Halcyon is really careful about their approach at that section. They're trying to maintain just the right amount of momentum. They're trying to jump and land on the P-switch at just the right angle coming from the left. That is helpful. That is learning, and that I know it's subtle, but that is learning and progress taking place for every racer that's doing that right now. Because you need a subtle angle, right? It's not just jumping on. You kind of have to come in at at an angle because you have to throw the switch and bonk the shell, and that requires a particular. It's what, maybe like a, I don't know, like a 45 maybe 45 degree angle, like from a block from the grid square to the upper left of the P switch. If you're in that space and you make like a 45 degree angle with it, they want that that's like specific. You kind of need to be specific about that, and controlling your speed on the spiny surf up to that is helping out with that. RB Pimlico, though, looking for that consistency. Yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth right through that section. RB Pimlico is really making waves right now. I think they're working, trying to figure out what to do at that section after the 2 falling platforms. And yeah, I will. I agree with that, Doc. It's nice for a brutal level to be easy on the eyes and the ears, for sure. I think the best hard levels are the ones that don't have like the really intense music all the time. You know, you're doing like even a 40-minute grind on one section. It's just like da 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 da. Like, oh man, please calm down. Chill is the way to go, I think, for really tough levels. That's just me. I don't know. It's hard to match that intense energy for so long. Like, man, I'm going to be on this level for maybe hours and hours. Here goes Halcyon. Let's rock. Oof. Getting past the 2 falling platforms, though. That's where the racers need to be. Yeah, Halcyon, just taking a minute to look. Yep, just hanging out on that retry screen, just looking. Just, you know, just take a look. Bloody tears, got those bloody tears. They are such bloody tears. Why are they bloody? It's because they're tears. They are called bloody tears. Have you heard about them? They continue to be bloody. Okay, sorry. I'll tell you again. Did I already mention that? Stop me if you heard this one. Here goes RB Pimlico. Love it. Love it. Look at this. Pause. Take a look. Think about it. What's it going to be? What is it going to be? Actually. What is it going to be? That's a good question. I have a thought, but maybe so does RB Pimlico. Whoops. Happens to the best of us. Louis Duce, though. Hey, all right. Nice to see a friend. Yo, Louis, I love that shell jump strat that Louis is using. All right. Louis getting back. Yeah, taking a look again. Everybody's sizing up this part. What do you do here? I also bet everybody's wishing for a checkpoint right about now, but that's what you get with a 8 out of 10. Sorry, 7. RB turning the consistency spigot back on. What's it gonna be? Okay, RB Pimlico trying, and Louis Duce. Hey, all right, yeah, we want that consistency. The first player to truly master that slingshot and get the P switch stump throw is gonna run away with this. It's like watching these sometimes is like watching for something to crystallize. It's going to at a certain point, you know what I mean? And you're just waiting because at a certain point you're going to see consistently getting through that P-switch obstacle for multiple racers. It always tends to work that way. Halcyon too. Oh yeah, need that naked Koopa to actually be there. Any color shell will produce a disco as long as the Koopa that crawls into it is yellow. You can tell that because they have little yellow feet. The disco shell is such an interesting danger to be in the vanilla game. So, RB Pimlico, getting back to that same spot. Huh. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what you do there. We're gonna learn together. I don't actually know. I'm supposed to be the one that's on top of this, but yeah, I don't know. Gotta get the shell out of your way. That's the first thing. Gotta get just make sure the shell is not gonna be there because it'll turn the spiny around. RB Pimlico has got that P-switch move down. They're only gonna get better and better at that as time goes on. Louis Duce though, also getting the hang of that move for sure. What's so interesting about the disco shell in vanilla? I just think it's like a very powerful enemy, and I mean, you have to spin jump on it to kill it. It chases you really aggressively. I just think it's interesting that it got put in vanilla SMW. It's just like it's an interestingly powerful enemy in a game where Mario World's not supposed to be a really hard game, except for Tubular. I don't know, just that's all. I guess just musing on the idea. Really, it's just interesting. Like, disco shell is really OP if you're a newer player or whatever. So, that's cool. Longest first clear off the top of my head, I don't know. Yeah, so coming up on an hour here. This is what you get with a 7 out of 10. Coming up on an hour, and yeah, we're waiting for something. Louis Duce, though, yep, that's what you want. Get that consistency. Is it 117? Yes, Louis has got it. That is what I thought. Now, Louis Duce in the... Oh, my. Wow. Woof. All right. Now we might see a shakeup here. RB Pimlico needs to get consistent in order to learn what Louis just learned. That is what you do. That's the obvious solution, and it's the one that works here. You have a little bit... That's what I thought as well. You have a little bit of time to just poof the shell out of the way of the spiny, and then keep surfing on the spiny, and the spiny doesn't even notice. So that is what's going on there. And that's pretty tight, but it's not cryptic. It is what it looks like it is. Exactly, that's the trick, is kind of abusing the middle kind of overlap hitbox and killing the shell without the spiny touching it. And landing yourself back on. So it's you got about a half a block worth of wiggle room in a situation like that, which is enough. It's enough to play ball. Halcyon, yo, oh yeah, also really understanding that P-switch throw maneuver, and Halcyon too, getting right back here. Look out, oh, okay. I don't know if Halcyon knows what to do yet, but they got all the tools they need. Yeah, Spiny doesn't even notice. It's like you're driving along and there's a road or a big wall in your way, and then the wall just goes away, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll just keep driving. This race tonight is all about the consistency. Louis and RB, Halcyon, I think Quiet Mason too, they all know. They know what to do. You know, they know, or they just need to get back to figure out that one thing. But it's really, really a battle of consistency. I like that about the hard race levels. I like to watch that crystallization of consistency. There we go. Yep. Look at that. Louis using the edges again. Dropping that shell. Oh, my word. We could have a read here. Louis Duce. What the heck? Okay. Louis seems to know. Okay. RB Pimlico got the idea. Right now, Louis Duce in the upper left. Slight lead. RB Halcyon Quiet Mason, though, not too far behind. That is progress. Notice the crystallization of consistency with the shell slingshot trick too. Nobody's worried about that too much anymore. They've all got their formula for how to get it done. RB Pimlico, let's do it. Wow, that is a really tough move. I definitely can confirm. That is a super difficult sequence, especially this deep in the level. Freaking MassPunishment bringing the pain tonight. Definitely not unfair though. I gotta say, I gotta stick up for it. It's a tough level, but it's not taking any cheap shots at you. In fact, every time there's a little one tile, there's a space to brush the wall and align yourself. This is hard because the tricks are hard. This is hard because the contents are difficult and interesting, not because of a lot of needless little one tiles and why did it have to be that tight, you know? Even the Louis Duce in the upper left, even that little platform trick, it's tight, but it's kind of cool. You know, it's got some flair to it. Oh, excuse me. Hey, if you think this looks cool, you want to try it for yourself, romhackraces.com is the website. And you can get this or any of the patches anytime. And I mentioned it before, I'll say it again because we're super promoting this. If you, that's right, you think that you would like to make a level for Romhack Races, we are actively looking for new makers right now. Show us your moves, show us your style, and make a level for Romhack Races. Get it raced, get it tested, And sign-ups are on the website and on the Discord. If that sounds like you, we would love to have you. It's a lot of fun, and you get to mega race level. It's more fun than it sounds. Yeah, this is I would say this is probably one of the hardest levels we've done. It's up there. It's a little tough to tell like what is the hardest level, but this one definitely ranks among some of the hardest we've done. RB Pimlico, let's go. Pimlico, that was good though. They've got it. They're getting the hang of it. They're still in this thing. Louis Duce getting hung up a little bit as they try to get back to where they know they need to be. Really up in the air right now between Louis and RB Pimlico. I like that, but it's a little tense. You know, it's kind of rough sometimes in a race. You got to convince yourself that you're not the only person struggling. It can be all too tempting to think, oh man, I'm the only one that's dying this much. Everybody else, I bet, already beat it. Nope. Just ignore that. Everybody's probably having a similar experience. Yo, Misha Vargas, thank you for racing with us. Good efforts. No worries. This is a really tough one. Are the racers allowed to watch the stream while playing? I would say generally it's discouraged, but it's not like we can really make a rule. You know? It's not like if we would say no, you're not allowed, that's not really something we can enforce. So it's kind of just a sportsmanship rule. I don't really mind. I try not to give like massive spoilers, but at the same time I am trying to explain what's going on for everybody and like how the tricks work and stuff. So honestly, I feel like if someone kind of needs like a little, if someone needs to like get like, if someone needs to listen in and hear how it's all done, like they might not win anyway, you know, like someone listening to the commentary or whatever and getting all the things is like probably going to be slower than someone that can just figure it out. Yo, we got another past the falling platform. Nathan, MG, making their way downtown, presumably walking fast. But I don't know, you know, I don't know, it's one of those like, I don't know, I'm not too concerned about it personally, like people watching the stream or whatever. One, I mean, the runners that we have here are really, really good. Really good. And, you know, even giving yourself a little, maybe unsports person-like advantage, you're probably still going to lose to someone who isn't doing that. Because the skill ceiling here is very high. So, one, I don't think you'd really be giving yourself as much of an advantage as you might think. If you're trying to like win the race by hearing some sneaky things or whatever, you're not gonna help, because someone that's gonna be able to one shot or learn the obstacle quick is gonna be faster than you, who needs to wait. Not you, not like just anyone, just someone. Gonna be faster than someone who has to wait to actually hear the explanation, right? So you're not really helping yourself out as much as you think you are, and I think it's just kind of like one of those sportsmanship kind of rules, sports person rather. You know, it's like can't really enforce it, but you know, if you're racing, you're racing. I don't know. It's one of those things. I've never, honestly, we've almost done 150 weeks of this, and to be perfectly honest, I have never, in that entire time, commentating almost every single race, and being a part of it like since day one, I have literally never seen a racer do something like really dishonest or like obviously cheating or something. I've literally never seen it. So it like, you know, what if aliens came down and gave us a pudding recipe? Like, I don't know. It's literally never happened before, which is cool. I'm proud. I mean, honestly, what are you gonna do? You're not. There's really not a way to cheat. You know, levels have been won with cheese, and that's not cheating. That's just cheese. If you can find a way to cheese the design, run over the top, do some kind of rope glitch or shell jump or whatever, midair over something. If you can cheese the level, that is definitely not cheating in this race. We DQ'd once for save states? Really? Huh. I don't recall that. Germdove, hey, thank you for the raid. Difficult trick to execute, but you know what? For every minute that any racer spends on this level, they earn 50,000 respect points from all of us for even trying. For literally a minute. Those are high earnings. So please take our respect. It's a tough level. It's a tough level, and we're here to have fun and get better, you know? So, GG. Yeah, I don't know. No one's ever, I've literally never, ever, honestly, you know, even more than Romhack races, all the Mario Kaizo races I've ever seen, done, been a part of, I've never heard of any amount of cheating. In fact, I hope that someone can beat a level with cheese. Maybe Louis Duce could beat it with skill. We have seen some cheese clears. I think Louis got one time and got a rope glitch or something. And there have been some cheese segments. The testers do a good job making these levels fairly cheeseless. But we have seen a little bit of that from time to time. Just a thing here or there. We try to go for a cheeseless experience, but if someone can find an alternate strat, if you can skip the whole level by 256 piping or jumping over the ceiling and running to the end, you win. That is a perfectly legal strat. It is 100% legal to break the level to your advantage if you think you can. Yeah, literally. Cheating in Mario is literally the goal. We only do these Kaizo tricks because we have to. You know, how often when you're designing a level is the phrase, how do I force them to do this? How do I force the move? Well, I have to force it, you know, because no one's going to do it otherwise. Yeah, if you could just arbitrary credit warp directly to the goal, or do an orb glitch or something and just beat the level, done. You win. You absolutely win. Our B Pimlico trying to win. Not quite. Well, I think we are now just about at the longest Romhack race we've gone without a first clear. We're setting records. So I guess perhaps then this would be, in a way, the hardest Romhack race level if it's been the longest without a first clear by that metric. D to the fourth has turned Mario World into a surprising amount of other games. The results may shock you. $117, correct. Yeah, it turns out every Super Nintendo game from 1991 to 1994 was a D4 hack of Mario World. You know, freaking D4 hacking Mario World into other games is like those freaking videos of cakes that look like things. And it looks really realistic, and then they cut it with a knife, and it's a freaking cake on the inside. You know, it's just like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Look at that game of Pac-Man. Oh, it's actually Super Mario World. Video power. We got the power. I got some amount. Not a lot. Not as much as I want. But some. Enough to take over a couple of square feet of carpet anyway. Man, Louis with the swaggy little one-tile jump moves. Quiet Mason practicing something. Interesting. That just gave me a thought. What if there were shells? I think we already have these. You know how when you spin jump on a Rex, you pop up in the air? What if there were shells and the only difference is that you pop up in the air whether or not you are regular or spin jumping? Yeah, just a super bounce shell. Because with that, you could do a spin drop and bounce on the shell like an old bomb drop in Mario Maker. Remember bomb drop? Remember spin drops? I do, because I invented the trick. Spin drops were really fun, and I miss them. You can't really do spin drops in Mario World the same. Sheffy 3 is using it. You know, I've heard rumors of this Sheffy 3. I've heard rumors for a long time. I hope West is doing okay, because haven't heard anything about that Sheffy 3. Although I did get to play a bomb drop. Yeah, we saw a level about a year ago. I did get to play that bomb drop level. I certainly hope, you know, best wishes. I certainly hope West Slasher's doing all right. You know who else is doing all right? Louis Duce in the upper left. Louis, and I cannot stress this enough, Duce. 1, 2 Koopas. No, they had it. That was it. Oh my, they had it. They had it by about half a block. I don't know if Louis just didn't trust that landing or didn't think they'd have enough time. Visually, though, they had it. They could have gotten onto the Spiny from that position. And I think Louis knows that, too. So that is the most progress that we've seen right now. Louis Duce, RB Pimlico so close to that point. Halcyon and Quiet Mason having some troubles, but I mean, gosh, aren't we all? I'll say I'm almost a little bit surprised that Quiet Mason is having trouble with this trick, because Quiet Mason used that same trick, that same idea, nudge the shell, throw the P-switch. They used that in their KLDC level, which was actually one of my favorites from the contest. And I don't know, I guess I'm just surprised because I would have assumed that they had some practice time with that kind of trick. I mean, they're getting it, but I thought maybe that as soon as I saw that trick, I thought, oh, Quiet Mason might just rock this one out. Here goes RB Pimlico. Oh, good shot. Oh, good moves right here. RB Pimlico avoiding the fire, getting the shell. Oh, they accidentally killed the Spiny. And Louis Douce trying for that double Koopa setup at the end. We got a race right now. We got a race. Is it going to be... Right now, I'm looking at either Louis Douce with the big-time knowledge or RB Pimlico with the big-time consistency and skill. If RB wins, they'll probably clutch something out really hard. Or Louis will choke a little bit. And if Louis wins, you know, that's great. Louis out in the lead, so RB, it's on RB or someone else to kind of make the comeback right now. Consistency, that's what it's going to be. Consistency is going to make the day. Don't die on the way back there. Get to that part every time. Right now, I would say if we're doing, you know, like Chuck E. Cheese's or like we used to play on the back of the school bus, you know, betting odds. But for just like prize tokens and candy cigarettes, I mean, betting on Kaizo is a little bit silly. But I don't know if I were to wager my candy cigarettes on the back of the school bus right now, I'd be Louis Douce. But we'll have to see because we could still see some big moves. I want to be impartial here, you know. I want to root for everybody. RB Pimlico certainly could if they woke up on the fast side of the bed today. There's just a lot of little things. A lot of little teeny tiny ways to die as you're getting back to that final point. Little one tile, a little bit of fire, bad landing, bad up throw at the two lava lotuses, not enough speed as you're moving. One thing that is really important for that slingshot shell jump is to have a good healthy amount of horizontal momentum going into it. If you don't have enough horizontal momentum, the trick will not work properly. You need to be really like drifting to the right. The whole move works because you have momentum to the right. And when you up throw the shell, you move so that by the time it comes down, you contact it basically with your back. And that's what kind of shoots it off the wall and forward. But in order for all of that to work, you have to approach that with a big amount of momentum in your direction of travel. But those like little teeny tiny things, maybe you didn't have enough momentum. Maybe you up throw the shell just a hair too early and that screwed you up. Maybe you didn't let go of run fast enough when you wanted to grab the P-switch. You know, lots of little ways to screw up. Kind of death by 1,000 needles in this level as we're trying to make our way back to the actual part that we need to be on. Oh, that up throw. Yeah, I love that up throw move. I'm a big fan. Really like that up throw. I think it's a cool. I don't know. It just looks cool. Louis Douce back again. Let's go. Lining up on the wall. Yep, throwing that shell in a good way. Louis Douce could make it right here. Oh, they're gauging those jumps so carefully. Louis Douce one bounce away. Oh, could this be it? Could this be it? You can item swim off a P-switch stump. There's a P-switch door at the end of this room. Is that a checkpoint? My word. This is the toughest level I think we've ever seen. I think this is the toughest level that we have ever seen in Romhack races. Louis Douce, 1 hour and 15 minutes into the level, getting to the checkpoint. Wow. And wow. 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 That's all I can say here. Wow. I kind of thought that might be the end as well, but now we're going to do some tight item swimming. This, I don't think is going to be as tough as the section that came before it. Reason being, It's only one trick here in this section, as opposed to the 50 outrageous tricks in the section that came before it. Here, we're doing one thing, and we're doing it well. We're item swimming, getting the knocking the blocks to kill the things in the way, and either dropping, kicking, or up throwing the green shell in order to destroy the urchins and things in the way. One thing to note about the urchins, especially when you're trying to kill them underwater with an object that you're holding, is that the urchins behave a lot like the saws in that their hitbox is actually a little bit smaller and actually the center of the object. So you're going to notice that sometimes an up throw will fail to kill one of the urchins because it was too far to the right or the left. And it looks like, geez, it totally should have hit that thing, except it didn't. It went right off the hitbox and kind of passed over to the right. And that's not good. But Louis looks like, yeah, this section I don't think is going to be as challenging. I think Louis knows that. I think Louis on a run right now. Louis back in their element where they can make a lot of progress in a big hurry. Some very tight item swimming, hitting the question blocks to destroy the enemies, and they are just going to have to go freaking sonic fast here. One thing also to note, when item swimming with a green shell, if you're holding onto it and you crash into a fish, the fish and the green shell will both break. So Louis actually wants to do a turn back when they get to that Rip Van fish there, or maybe an up throw. But in any case, they don't want to be holding on to the shell. Here goes RB Pimlico, though, in the upper right, trying to make a move. Quiet Mason as well. Louis Duce really demonstrating the skill right now. I mean, everyone else, RB, Halcyon, Quiet Mason, they're all right here. They can all get to this point. And Louis Duce just an inch beyond. And that's, I don't know, that's what you get. That's what you get for practice and just that really lightning fast consistency. Yep, Louis optimizing right now. So if you want, I mean, keep an eye on Louis, because as they go through this, you're going to notice them make more and more risky moves. The reason they're making those moves is because that P-switch timer is really tight, and they're going to have to move really quickly to get through. So they don't want to spend any time adjusting or having to wait to grab an object or something. They just want to go. And they're going to have to optimize that particular sequence pretty heavily to get out. Here goes Halcyon in the lower left. Oh, a little bit early on that green shell. That is a super tight timer, yeah. Super tight timer in the upper section here. Or upper left, in the water section. You know what I mean? You know, the upper section. That section that's to the upperward direction. Wow, 1 hour 20 minutes. This is now the longest we've gone without a first clear, and by that metric would be the hardest Romhack race level we've done. Big shoutouts though, MassPunishment. I've had the pleasure of getting to play and moderate their most recent hack. Good stuff. If you're into this kind of difficulty and you want something that's really going to kick your butt and really give you a run for your money, highly recommend MassPunishment's work. It's fair. It's this hard. It's really tough, but it's super fair. It's not BS, as it were. It's not gratuitous. It's not unnecessary. It's just tough. And personally, I don't know. I mean, I made like as the guy that made Search for Salmon all those years ago, I'm happy to see that there are some players who have come around to embrace this kind of really difficult type of thing. I like that. I respect that. I know it's not for everybody. I understand it's a niche kind of thing, but I think that having those high skill niches is a good thing for the health of the overall community in any artistic discipline. Not everyone is going to want to play shred guitar like Eddie Van Halen, but Eddie Van Halen couldn't even play like Louis Duce if he tried. Louis Duce getting in there and onto the third section. Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, look how much quickly Louis got that, though. Louis Duce, one whole checkpoint section ahead right now. Really, really dominating this race in the late game. But, you know, like I said, not everyone wants to play shred metal like Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix. Not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone wants to put the time in. However, those guitar players exploring that style produced a lot of good results, even for people that didn't want to play that style. When you have to be an explorer. Some people are explorers like that. Not everybody has to be. It's not a requirement. Some people just don't want to do the really super hard stuff. But when you have players who are willing to go through with this and make things like this and play things like this, they return insight and information and cool setups and level design ideas that could be used in other things. Doesn't have to be tough. So I appreciate the Trailblazers type. I appreciate those that want to get out a little bit and make something, try something a little bit more on edge like this. It's a worthy endeavor. I'm glad that I don't have to be the only one to speak for. No, actually, this stuff can be really fun. So, I mean, again, big shout outs to MassPunishment. And I know, like I said, like a lot of the German kind of Kaizo players are going for this like really extra brutal thing. And I like that. It has a place. I understand it's not for everybody. I understand that that's not what, you know, Kaizo is all about, just making it as hard as you can. But this has a place. This has an honest to gosh place in the in the lexicon of things. And it's worth doing. If you're the type that wants to blaze the trail, you're doing good work, even if it's a little bit thorny on the way. I agree. I think it is kind of cool to see a race level that's not cleared in 5 to 10 minutes, and those are good for their own reasons. You know, the easy ones are good because they're, you know, fun and quick, and more people can beat it, win. You don't have to struggle. The hard ones are fun because you get to see the grind and the crystallization of progress and development. I think that's interesting. I think you can learn a lot from that. Watch what the racers do when they don't know what to do, or watch how they adjust and adapt and change their style. They get known constants. Louis right now working with this section, got to throw the P switch to open the first turn block, and okay, this is where. So I gotta, you know, on a personal note, MassPunishment, thank you. You're the only person who's ever said that they were influenced by P is Key from Breakfast Kaizo 2. Thank you. I'm flattered, and I see the inspiration here. This was kind of the same thing that I was doing in P is Key. Yeah, where you're holding the P switch and using it like a projectile to either open a turn block or get an enemy out of the way. I like this little red Koopa setup with the red Koopa on the turn block so that you can't land on the block. You have to actually throw the P-switch. Those dark little clouds there are semi-solids, and it looks like Louis is on a massively good run. Oh, my word. I'm maybe a little biased, but I really like this section a lot. P is Key. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. The one shots, even though Louis didn't get to save the progress, look at the value of that one shot, right? They learned so much. They got so much progress. I made your day? Oh, well, shucks. Thanks. I'm glad I could. Now you go and use that to do something good, right? You know, you gotta take that. I know you will. That's why I'm saying it, right? You already know this. Take that good feeling. Go and use it. You know, go do something with it. It's maybe something you wanted to do or something that would help somebody else out. You know, take that, run with it. That's yours. That's yours to keep. Put that in your pocket. You're gonna need it. Yeah, the black Anon cloud. It's a semi-solid, but it is death. So don't touch it. I'm almost starting to think I should have raced in this one. I might have, man, no, if I'd have known that this was going to be like this super tough level, I might have wanted to. That's all right. I'm not, that's all right. I like hanging. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even complaining because I don't have to do any hard work. I just hang out and say what I think. Blah, 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 blah. I like Kaizo games. Mario is a plumber from Brooklyn, and his brother Luigi wears green, but they look the same. I like to say words. Look at me. Wow, rah, 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 rah. Did you know that with Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to a streamer of your choice for free? And you can support your favorite creators like D to the Fourth on Patreon. Nah, Mario's green Luigi. Or red Luigi. Ah, crap. Red Luigi. Wait, GlitchCat has a Patreon? You're telling me I could go support GlitchCat on Patreon? I wonder if he has any merch. I'd really like to buy a GC7 Comfy keychain or a GC7 Panic sticker at the GC7 merch shop. Wario Mario? No, that's purple Luigi. Yeah, have you ever wanted to take GC7 Comfy along with you on every single car outing? Now you can. Lock up your home or business or just a gate somewhere and keep the key on your very own GC7 Comfy keychain. And then go commission D4 to make a GC7 Comfy keychain in Mario. Ooh, Fire Flower scented air freshener actually would be really nice. If we could get ones that are like shaped like a flower and smell like spicy, you know, like a nice Mexican restaurant, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't you want your car? Hold up. Wouldn't you want your car to smell like a nice spicy Mexican restaurant? Man, I would love that. That would be awesome. It's just a regular air freshener coated in sriracha. It comes with a blank air freshener and one packet of sriracha and instructions to just dump the sriracha on the air freshener. D4, you were our very first. You were the very first order. We didn't even announce it. And Skytree was like, we got an order. I'm like, who ordered? Oh, D4. Like, aw. It made us both smile. Yeah, all right. This is my new pitch. It's a make your own car air freshener. It comes with a little orb that you hang like on your dashboard, and then you just fill it up with the flavor sauce. And then you just drive around and don't spill any. That way we can sell replacement flavor sauce packets. That's what we'll call it. Here goes Louis Deuce. Oh, I thought they were going to get above that P. Looks like they need to throw the P switch there, activate the block, and then step on the switch in midair. Love the P switch midair activation trick. I want to say, I don't know for a fact, but I want to say that I invented that one as well. Breakfast Kaizo 1, Blotto's Basement, had a required up throw P-switch foot activation, and I've loved that trick ever since. If I might not have been the one, it was probably G-Breeze or somebody back in the day that used it, some TAS or something, but I didn't know about it when I came up with it, and I've always thought that move was super swag. I love seeing it in other hacks. It's just fun. I think it's pretty easy to do. Just like throw it against the wall. The main thing you're looking for with that trick, I see a lot of people get bamboozled by the P-switch up throw or toss activations midair. The thing you want to focus on for that trick is look at the top of the P-switch and look at Mario's feet. Don't think about how you're throwing it. Just focus. Here goes Louis. Hold up. Louis Duce. Oh, man. Knows they need the shell. What are they going to do next? Louis, here we go. Oh, one shell. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, I see. I think Louis sees too. Getting that big knowledge, but I don't think, man, someone's gonna have to do a wicked good one shot to catch up with Louis right now. I'm not trying to treat it like it's a foregone conclusion. RB, Halcyon, Quiet Mason, all the rest are still working hard, and playing really, really well. But one section ahead, and this ginormous amount of knowledge, Louis Duce as the greatly favored to win this right now. Essential oils, but you get fire sauce packets from Taco Bell. Man, can we come up with a whole like MLM essential oils Zodiac scheme, but it's all like taco seasoning and stuff? Like they're like, oh, do you have joint problems? We'll try some arthritis oil or whatever. Like, it's like, oh, if you're feeling negative vibes, just dump a little bit of this cumin powder all over everything. Oh, if you want to get energized in the day, just have a little bit of hot sauce, Taco Bell fire style. Like, it's like a whole like MLM kit, but it's all just like basically taco ingredients. Like, hey, wait a minute, these aren't like hippie product. This isn't like self-care products. This is just a taco kit. Like, what are you talking about? No, it's not. This is ground up. This is ground up good vibes powder, not just a crushed up hard taco shell I got. What are you? Come on. This is a business. Look, sign your friends up, okay? You can get a taco kit. I mean, good vibes crystal kit too. A taco, right? A taco kit is self-care. Just assemble the ingredients together in a frying pan, and pretty soon you'll be feeling better. Louis Duce, look out. All right, back again. Now Louis with the one shell. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if they actually need both. Do they? Probably. Yeah, Louis trying to finagle around a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I think I know what that move is. Holy moly. Try fermenting your own hot sauce. Our band back in the day used to make our own hot sauce as merch. Like, if you go to the show and see us play, you can buy like a CD, a t-shirt, some stickers, and a bottle of our very own hot sauce. That was really good, actually. We had a fun time making that. But then we lost access. We made it in like a commercial kitchen, and then we lost access to being able to make it there. So it was like food safe, sealed, sanitized. Bottles were sanitized. It was like, it was for real hot sauce. It was pretty tasty. I was wondering that same thing. Is that a two shell water juggle? Wow. A 2-shell water juggle into a shell jump, and it looks like a slingshot after that. I don't know that for a fact, but I am going to be downloading and playing this level for myself because I just want to experience this. This looks fun. Fun on a bun. And I will say, if you're sitting here thinking, holy cow, I don't know if I could do this Romhack races thing. These levels are way too hard. Don't worry. This is on the very extreme end of difficulty. And if this was a frustrating week for you or something, you know, oh man, I don't want to race those levels. Don't worry. We do easier levels. This is a 7 out of 10. Typically, I think we're hitting maybe a 3, 4, 5 out of 10 most nights. This is, yeah, majority of the levels are 4 or 5. So like literally half as difficult as this one, which is still kind of tough, but it's way smoother. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, romhackraces.com is the website. You can sign up for any race. They're always open to the public. All you got to do is sign up to let us know who you are and that you're going to be racing, and so we can watch. But if you're interested, you know, come on, check it out. And there's a lot of fun to be had. And like I said, this is on the extreme side of things. If you're just joining us, we got Louis Duce in the upper left on the third section. RB Pimlico, Halcyon, Quiet Mason still on the first. That tracks. This is a supremely difficult level and a massive achievement. Honestly, I'm really impressed they're doing this well for an hour and a half. This is a really, really, really hard level. But I hope folks are interested. If you know, we're always looking for other friends who want to race. They are, don't be a stranger if you're like, well, I don't know, it's my first time. Please feel free. I love seeing new names racing with us, and we've really seen some amazing players come out kind of seemingly out of nowhere recently and just blow everybody away. Shout outs to Halcyon, who maybe they have more of a story than I've been aware of, but Halcyon just kind of showed up one afternoon and just was like, hi, I'm here and I rock. And I love that. I mean, they didn't say that. They said that with their gameplay. And they earned the right to say that by literally actually rocking. They backed it up. But I love players that just kind of come out of nowhere and you're like, wow, I've never seen them before, but they're kicking butt. Love that. Don't be a stranger. Sign up if you want. Louis Duce back again for the okay. Oh, never mind. Wow, this is gonna be this is gonna be rough. I'm starting to wonder if we are gonna get a clear in sub 2 hours, which would be completely unprecedented in Romhack race history. There really is, like, we schedule 2 hours for the broadcast, but people have submitted times longer than 2 hours. People are welcome to keep going after a bit. But I don't know. I don't know tonight. I'm kind of counting on Louis Duce to see us all the way through here. All our hope is on you, Louis. Louis getting that shell juggle started. Juggling 2 shells in the water. Wow. Whoa, man. Whew. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the DNF situation. And really, I don't want people. Don't feel like a failure or a bad player if you have to DNF on some level. Please don't. I know it's easy to do. I know that. I feel that as well sometimes. Like, oh, I'm bad if I can't keep. Don't. Please don't. These levels are really difficult, and putting yourself out there, coming out, putting your name on the list, and trying, that takes guts. Honestly, I know that sounds like cheesy or whatever, but it honestly does. It takes guts, and it takes a certain amount of confidence that you already have. So don't worry about it. You can always play these levels on your own time. We're here to support everybody. It's not like a race. Oh, Louis won. Everyone else is bad. Oh, blah, blah. It's not like that at all. Whatsoever. So, like, no shame. DNF, that's cool. Come back. Beat it on your own time. It's just you in the level anyway, right? It's just you. No other checkpoints except for Louis right now. As Louis gets back to this shell juggle. Haven't seen a juggle. Haven't seen a juggle obstacle in a hot minute. They were super popular after U-Break in Mario Maker. Had that big wiggler juggling section at the end. And they kind of dropped off in popularity. But now I'm just thinking, why don't I make a triple juggle? Why don't I just make a 3-shell juggle over a distance? It could be done. You can juggle 3. Juggles are cool. They really fell out of style, though. It's actually, I'm kind of surprised to see it. It's not like it's a bad thing. It fell out of style just for kind of no reason at all. But I think back to U-Break, the Pit of Panga, Pangea Panga level from Mario Maker 1, which was super duper viral and really difficult. And one of the iconic obstacles from that level was a 2-shell juggle while you're surfing on some red wigglers in a pit to bring yourself up to a double shell jump on the far wall. And after that, I think a lot of people kind of did their own U-Break juggling type of section when that was like really in vogue. Louis getting the hang of it. Let's go. All right, now what, buddy? Now what? On a P-switch timer. Holy freaking cow. Oh my. I bet Louis is a little bit miffed right now. Maybe. On a P-switch timer. So you got to beat that P-switch timer all the way over there. And then get what appears to be a single shell jump into a slingshot from an up throw. And, oh, sheesh. Jeez. How many non-interactive shells you could fit into a single juggle? I feel like I should know the answer to this one, Sean. It's, maybe 4 or 5. I wanna say maybe 4 or 5. I think you could definitely do 3. You could probably do 4. 5 might be pushing it a little bit, but that's actually a good question. I'm actually curious about that now. Non-interactive shells have yet to have their day. We got Mist Dragon, but that's about it. Not a lot of people have been... Well, there's some Team Shell stuff does non-interactive shells, but there's a buttload of unexplored territory when it comes to non-interactive shells. That's like some serious future tech, and quite frankly, I would like to make another non-interactive shell level, but I think TJB needs a break. Oh my gosh, here goes Halcyon in the lower left. Halcyon for the win. No. Oh god. Oh. A brilliant save on that double Koopa obstacle, and the water doesn't kill you. Halcyon, let's freaking go. Moving on to the second section. H in chat. So, if we could see a clear of this section. What? Oh my gosh. Yo, do they have the new Grand Theft Auto at GameSpot? Freaking Nathan MG is here in the upper right-hand corner with another checkpoint. Here it is. There it is. Now we got a race. I know, out of nowhere. Out of heckin' nowhere. Marcy wouldn't allow Deathwater? Yeah, fair. Nathan, yeah, coming in hot. Nathan, MG, and Halcyon in the second section. It's a tight item swim with a P-switch timer, using the shell and question blocks to kill enemies that are in the way. Nah, honestly, I think the decision to not have Deathwater after that pipe is a kind and good decision. When Halcyon jumped in the water, I was terrified that it was about to be Deathwater. And that's a good decision. I didn't notice the first time, but you go into the pipe in the water, and then you're swimming in the next section. So I like that continuity there. I really like when hacks do that thing where you get to the end of the level and it has a certain aesthetic, and then the next level's aesthetic is that aesthetic. So, like, you do a ghost house, and then you come out and you're in a cave, and then the next area is a cave. I really like that. That's a really nice touch that people have been doing lately. So Nathan and Halcyon just need to figure out how to optimize their movement in this section. And the faster they can do that, the faster they can put the pressure on our pal Louis Douce. So this is really big. The first section of this level is super difficult. So having 3 people get through just that. Okay, let me put it this way. The first section of this level could be its own level. Just that. You get in the pipe at the end, you grab an orb, and you win. That's it. So just to get out of that first section, that's a huge accomplishment. Well played. Yeah, consistent theming like DKC. DKC, for me, wrote the book on atmosphere in a game. What is good atmosphere, how to create a good sense of atmosphere, the aesthetics, the graphics, the vibe, the music, even the lighting sometimes can create like the darker cave levels and the kind of bluish underwater levels. DKC, I think, and for me, Myst also. I really think those 2 games, especially DKC for for the console era that it was in, just really totally wrote the book on how to have good atmosphere and how to make a real environment in your games and in your levels. Louis Duce back at the juggle. Let's see if they can go a little quicker here. Louis up. There it is. There's the setup. Louis got to move a little bit quicker, but they've got that setup. They've got that one shell up, and then while that first shell is in the air, get the shell jump, rise while holding the one you up through, cross the top with that other one, and then I'm assuming they're going to set up for a slingshot. I figure they can tell that visually. It's what I would do, and I'm pretty sure it's what you actually do. Rift 2 felt like a DKC game. Yeah, dig that. I can agree with that. There are definitely hacks that take that environment thing to a really extreme place. You love to see it. Here's that consistency. Louis Duce back at the juggle. One up, one over, and the slingshot on the first try. Louis Duce, 1 hour, 47 minutes, gets the clear. Oh, love it. That was an amazing run. And the first try, slingshot, shell jump to wrap it up. No knives, 0 knives, under 2 hours. Louis Duce, the big win. Amazing. Well played. Well played. Everyone that is trying this level right now, everyone on screen right now is a very solid player. Everyone here is talented. Everyone's got the skills to be able to complete this level. That being said, Louis Duce is a freaking powerhouse of a Kaizo player. I would personally be nervous to go up on a race against them. Absolutely. Louis Duce is one of the most accomplished Kaizo players I've seen, and their technique is just absolutely immaculate. Well done. That was really good to watch. Nah, Halcyon, though, watch out. Hold up. The second place might actually be the real race here, because Halcyon got an eye at the door there, and they are moving quick. So it's Halcyon and Nathan MG right now. RB Pimlico coming back in the upper left. Yeah, what a just some real powerhouse plays from Louis, and just such a talented racer to watch. Really, really entertaining. Give Louis a follow. They stream. They like stream Kaizo and other stuff, and they are quite good. Louis Duce beat it, so it's okay. Is kind of becoming its own meme in Kaizo, and I think excuse me, I think that's great. Yo, Halcyon. Halcyon getting eyes on the door. Nathan MG getting to the door as well, but needs a little bit more speed. Yeah. If you all won big on the bet. Louis Duce coming in clutch for everybody. Save us, Louis Duce. Yo, both Nathan and Halcyon getting really close to that door. Just barely getting in. I really like the door entry from a sinking key. I think that it's just neat. It's just swaggy. It's cool. You have to be underwater. Well, in any circumstance, you have to be standing to be able to go in a door at all. And sometimes the definition of standing can get a little stretched because all you need is a pixel. As long as you're, a wall clip is essentially you're standing. That's why you jump at all, is because it acts like you're standing and thereby gives you a jump. But underwater, you actually have to be standing on something. So a dolphin we've seen, in this case, the sinking key, you're actually standing on that without standing. You could go right in front of the door and press up, but nothing is actually going to happen. Yo, Jikurian, hey. More key stuff. Keys are cool. I think players maybe, or makers rather, I think makers are maybe a little bit hesitant to put a key in their level because of like the key jumping cheese that, if I give them a key, then maybe they could put it on the munchers and stand there. I think keys need a little bit of help to get going. In this case, the P-switch timer is helping you kind of not cheese things and you only have one route. But yeah, if you can kind of work it out, keys are interesting, and I like what they do. Moving door entry, yeah, big fan. Doing anything in motion tends to be cooler and swaggier than just doing it. Like, even if you run up to a door and just go right in, it's still not as cool as like doing it off a moving object. Motion is a doorway to swag. If you're looking for just style, swag, finesse, that's why cape looks cool, shells look cool. That's why precision stuff can be really interesting, but might not look visually as cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, precision is rad. We should make more precision hacks. RB Pimlico in the upper left, let's go. Cheer him on. Oh, underneath that fire. Oh, man. All eyes on RB in the upper left. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You got this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's all right. Let's go. Oh, the suspicion. The suspicion. And RB Pimlico makes it 3 at the checkpoint as Halcyon. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice. Freaking Halcyon made it to the 3rd section. So, heck, we actually could see more than one clear on a 7 out of 10 Romhack race level in under 2 hours. That is really good. A lot of people get caught up in trying to de-cheese stuff, but cheese gives little hacks little charm. Yeah, I can agree with that, especially if you end up having to do some really convoluted strategy. I think the best kind of cheese prevention is, I guess, what you would call like natural cheese prevention. Like, instead of going through some elaborate setup to make sure they don't drop the key or something, just make it be a pit. Or, make the munchers be a sprite destroyer that just eat the key or something. Just like, I think the best cheese prevention is direct and to the point and doesn't like get too elaborate and take away from the rest of the level. Yes, this is considered a 7. Rankings are given before the level gets played and aren't affected by the number of people or the clear times. The reason, honestly, the reason we have the rankings and the whole reason we started that system in the first place was actually to give the racers a better idea of what they were going to have to deal with. Because obviously we don't want to just tell them, hey, it's a cape level and you have to know these tricks. But people, when we started out, imagine if you didn't know that this level was going to be really, really tough. And you were thinking, oh, I can't wait. I beat Quickie World and I want to try Romhack Race. It's going to be so fun. And then you play this and just get your butt handed to you. You might not have a lot of fun. You might kind of come away thinking, oh, man, I guess this stuff isn't for me. And that's not cool. That's not the vibe, the feeling that we want people to come away with. So the rankings were devised originally as a way to just let you know what you're in for a little bit. At least you can pick, all right, do I want to do a 7 out of 10 level? Do I feel more comfortable with a 5 out of 10 or a 3? And so like you can pick. And sometimes players, like we get players who will only race below a certain difficulty, and some who will tend to race more above a certain difficulty. So we like trying to be there for everybody, and since everybody is very diverse, you know, we got a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. We try to hit up everybody as we can. Nathan MG, I saw that. Big H, and is going to join Halcyon on the third section here. RB Pimlico trying to make it 3 for 3. The battle right now is for second place. Louis kind of smashed through that final one, but the battle right now is the second. Yeah, right, Sean? Imagine if this was your first race and you had no idea what you were in for. The earlier Romhack race levels were like that before we had the system. We just, like, tonight's maker is this. And it, like, maybe you could tell if the level was going to be hard or not because you knew the maker or something, but that was it, right? That was all you had to go on. So I like this system more for what it does, and I think it's a really good thing to be like telling the players, hey, you know, it's gonna be tough. Watch out for this one. Yeah, tough level, tough. You know, that's just the way it is. Everybody says tough level, tough, but the inverse is true. Easy level, easy. Sometimes easy level, tough. Oh no! Oh, did we lose Walking Eye? Oh dear. And then there were 3. Hey, no worries. No troubles. It's a tough level. We got RB Pimlico, Nathan MG, Halcyon, the daring, the mavericks of the group. Tough level easy? I mean, yeah. It's just a double shell juggle in water on a P-switch timer to a up throw shell jump into a slingshot. Did that. You know, my favorite is the ones, if you stream Kaizo long enough, shout outs, actually give me a heads up in chat if this sounds like you. If you stream Kaizo long enough, you will eventually have someone come into your chat, look at the game and say, oh, Mario World? Oh, I beat this when I was a kid, bro. Oh, I remember this level. I remember this level from when I was a kid. No, they don't. But it is inevitable. Eventually, you'll have that. It's a rite of passage for all Kaizo streamers. Oh, yeah, I remember this level. It's from the Special Zone. Tubular, right? Yeah, that's easy, bro. You got that? Yep. Yup. Yo, GG, Louis. That was a really, really great race to watch. So I'll wait to hear from the central brains behind the scenes. We normally schedule 2 hours for these broadcasts. I myself would be willing to go over time a little bit tonight. I am having a comfy time with everybody, but we'll wait and see how we want to do that. Because we have hit the 2-hour mark. All right, yeah, we have decided to extend it out for 15 at least. So we're gonna go till 2:15 here. We're gonna see if we can get a clear from Nathan or Halcyon. So we're going into overtime, extra innings. The commissioner is doing a great job. What are you talking about? This is entirely made out of the base game. This hack is Mario World in the exact same way that plastic dinosaurs are real dinosaurs. Real dinosaurs lived on the Earth. They died. They got turned into oil. Oil makes plastic. Plastic makes plastic dinosaurs. Plastic dinosaurs are made out of real dinosaurs. They took real dinosaurs, they squished them up in the earth, and then they dug them up as liquid, and then they made them back into plastic dinos. And in that same way, this game is made out of Mario World. Switch palaces, those were cake. You know, that just gave me a great idea there, High Voltage. A freaking Switch Palace or a P-Switch cake. Does anybody bake those really cool, realistic cakes? Man, a P-Switch cake would be delicious, wouldn't it? Or the yellow Switch Palace. Which Switch Palace switch would taste the best? What would be the most attractive Switch Palace color as a cake? I think I was just gonna say I think green. I think green would be the most delicious P-Switch cake. Nathan MG, yo, here goes Halcyon. Oh, that freaking shell jump. They were pixels off on that. What about that thing they do in New Orleans where they like the king cake, where there's like a little plastic thing in the cake, and if you find it, you win. Make like a P-Switch cake and hide a Yoshi egg in it. Oh yeah, RB Pimlico, clean door entry. Nice lineup on that sinking key, and a really clean door entry. Nice. We got all three folks on the third section. 3 for 3. Oh, Halcyon, smart. That is a brain play from Halcyon. Notice they knew that they needed both of the shells. They didn't know why, but they got both shells, so obviously they need them. But then just do the shell jump and just go over and see what that is. That's information. That's knowledge, and that's actually a really smart play from Halcyon there. Sometimes don't waste the life. If you know you're dead, right? I can't make it on. Let's say you needed a power-up and you lost it. Or you need to keep an item and you didn't keep it. Don't worry about it. If you don't know what's coming up next, go find out. Get as much information as you can. Don't waste those lives. That is information is power. In a race like this in Kaizo. Yeah, that was the scouting, Mario. Exactly. Yeah, if you know your run is not gonna make it, you're already dead for whatever reason, scout out. Learn as much as you can. Even just throw yourself into a pit to see if you can see what's on the other side. Anything. You got to be looking for those opportunities to gain knowledge. What's that one morsel level in horses? It's called like Donut Plains 20 or something. Halcyon's got that mad consistency. Oh yeah, they're making moves. Here goes Halcyon. Yep, into the water juggle. Oh my. Oh, is this it? Oh, jeez. Jeez, wow. They did that in a really different way than Louis, but actually did that in fewer tosses. That's definitely the riskier way to get that juggle done. But wow, nice work. That is the risky play. Throwing the one underneath. Yeah, they got there quick and had a buttload of time. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, Vanilla Secret 12. Yeah. Oh geez, yo, we're gonna get it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give Halcyon under 2 minutes. Honestly, that's a bold That's a bold prediction. But I think by the time the timer says, I think Halcyon will be done before the timer says 2 minutes or 2 hours and 9 minutes. Somewhere between now and that moment, I think Halcyon will get it. Yeah, it really shows you the value of Louis getting that one shot on the final shell jump maneuver. You know, Halcyon knows what that trick is. They've been there twice, but just had an unfortunate trajectory all the way up through. But everybody on screen right now, Nathan MG and RB Pimlico, are also working on the final section. Oh, Halcyon. I think they actually could have stuck that landing, but I think they might have tried to... I think they might have given up. Yeah, is Halcyon going to get it here in overtime? Or is it going to be Nathan or RB? I mean, they're all going to beat it. Makes you want to try Quickie World again? Give it a shot. Even, you know, honestly, just play the vanilla game and try to find opportunities to do yumps and shell jumps and things. There's plenty of them out there if you look. I always suggest, if you want to learn Kaizo, start by using the vanilla game like a sandbox. Halcyon with that deadly consistency. Now, let's see if they go for the same approach for the shells. Oh, yeah. So Louis threw the shell. One shell is coming down, and Louis threw the shell that they were holding up to the left. Halcyon seems to be trying to throw the shell that they're holding under to the right. And that is faster, but also way more difficult to pull off, especially in the water. So I'm curious to see if they're going to commit to that style or they're going to try it again. Oh, my prediction was wrong. I'm so sorry. Oh, I lose all my channel points. Bummer. I'll turn in my badge, and that'll be that. 5 minutes as RB Pimlico gets to this next spot. RB, look at that. They know they're done for. Yeah, look at that. Very cool. RB knew they were done for when they lost that shell, but they didn't just immediately give it up. They ran over to see what they'd have to do. Honestly, I'll tell you one thing about Learn to Kaizo. It is way harder than you might think. And people are like, oh, wow, Learn to Kaizo is so hard. I'll never be good at Kaizo. Don't worry. Learn to Kaizo is honestly as tough or tougher than Quickie World when it comes right down to it. It's just like Learn to Kaizo is like, it's just like Quickie World, but with a ton of explanative text kind of going on. So don't get discouraged. If you try Learn to Kaizo and some of the stuff is like really hard, don't get discouraged. Halcyon, maybe thinking about switching up the strats there a little bit. Well, we were going till 2:15 on the timer. That's about 4 minutes here. I'm hoping we get to see another clear. I know we're gonna get it. I hope everybody's having a nice race night tonight. You can learn more over on romhackraces.com. If you want to sign up or make a level, we'd love to have some new level makers. Join our Discord, talk shop with us, and hang out. All this and more. romhackraces.com, brought to you by D to the Fourth. That's D to the Fourth on Patreon. Give D to the Fourth all your money. .com. No, seriously, she makes a lot of great stuff and has advanced Kaizo tech by 20 years. Has given us more toys than we even know what to do with. Please give her money. End of rant. Love Glitch Cat. it's a big URL, you know. It's like one of those furniture stores with the extra long phone number. Like, hey, come on and give us a call at 1-800 I really love brand new carpet. What's that one Mitch Hedberg joke? He's like, FM radio stations celebrate the 95 days of summer. AM, because that's their call number, you know, FM 95 days of summer. AM radio stations can't do that. This is AM 367, this is AM 455, celebrating the 455 days of the next year and a half. Halcyon, cannot hang on to that shell. Freaking unruly green shell. What are you doing? So notice that in this setup, which is a setup of my own design. In this setup, there is the turn block that you have to hit with the P switch. When you hit that block, it kills the red Koopa up on the top. So why is the red Koopa there? It's to prevent you from sneaking over the top of the block. If the red Koopa weren't there, you could just jump over the block, right? Because there's one tile between the block and the ceiling. You could just jump over the block and you wouldn't even have to worry about it. And that's the purpose of the red Koopa. It's to make sure that you actually did throw the switch at that block. That is a really handy little setup for all sorts of things. MassPunishment using it to great effect here. Yo, RB Pimlico trying to get a job at the circus as a juggler. But they failed the audition. Sorry. Come back next week. Yeah, big agree. Kaizo Kindergarten is deceptively named. It's honestly more like Kaizo Junior High. It's just called kindergarten. Like, where do you go to? Do you go to school? At kindergarten, junior high. Like, that's a weird name. What grade are you in? Fifth. Learned a thumb shredder. I was thinking, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of spoiling my surprise here, but I was thinking maybe I'd make like a baby thumb shredder. Yo, RB Pimlico sees the goal. I thought maybe I'd make like a baby thumb shredder level where it's like getting over it and you can't like die. You just fall down a lot and you have to do a bunch of tricky shell maneuvers to keep going up. Yeah, you know, is Kaizo Kindergarten an accredited university? Are my credits going to transfer if I go to the TMR Institute of Speedrunning Tech? Yo, Nathan MG with the progress too. These are the only three mad folks remaining. But I also suspect that other people will probably come and play this not during the race. You know, just for their own time, or maybe someone that DNF tonight would, you know, want to come back tomorrow. These levels are available for everybody to try. RomhackRaces.com. You can just get the patch. You can try it for yourself. You don't have to race or anything. You know, if this just looks fun and you want to try it, it's there for you. Well, we're in overtime right now. I'm leaving that up to our good friend and showrunner Dr. No, who is always helping out behind the scenes, an integral part of Romhack Races and the Kaizo community. And I'm just hanging out. I'm having a nice time. This is my jam tonight, but leaving it up to Doc, who may, you know, everybody's got stuff to do and whatnot. So we schedule 2 hours, and any more than that, you're getting a bonus. I'd like to see some clears, but you can also just go and follow the racers. Check them out on their own channel. I know they would appreciate that. Give them a follow, and they'll be happy to see you. But we're hanging, hoping for another clear, maybe. All right, we're looking at about a 5-minute warning. 5 minutes are remaining in the period. But I would recommend, if you want a little bit more Kaizo Romhack action on your Saturday night or early Sunday morning, definitely go follow the racers. There are tons of people tonight, right here, right now, on Twitch playing really good Kaizo stuff. And you're like one click away from a new friend. Support the streamers. So lurking is support. A follow is support. You know, passing the name on, that's support. Everyone that's racing, you know, you want to get your name out there a little bit. You want to show, hey, I'm here. I got some skills. Check it out. I think that should be rewarded. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. No, I really thought they had it. Oh, my word. Oh, jeez. Halcyon was a little bit slow. They didn't get the first shell up as high as they might have, and they were a little bit slow with that second on-the-ground shell jump, and it caused them to collide the shells in the air, where normally, if that would have gone correctly, they would have done the lower shell jump first, and then grabbed the falling shell as they were rising. Up all the way through. Bummer. Super Cindy World. I have played that. I think I actually moderated the update for that. Not bad. It's pretty, yeah, it's a pretty good one. Ooh, that reminds me. I need to update my mod log on SMW Central. Whoops. Gotta remember to do that. Thanks for reminding me. All right, so we got about a 5-minute warning here, and then we'll go on a raid. There's more Kaizo to watch. Don't you worry about that. But we got about a 5-minute warning over here, friends. I love the progress that's been made, though. These racers really rose to the occasion. And this has been a knockdown, drag-out fight as RB Pimlico setting up. Could RB Pimlico snake this right now from Halcyon? Could they do it? Oh, look at the smart. The brains. Yeah, the brains on RB. I don't think they knew that the goal was over there yet. The brains. Don't waste the life. In a race, in a regular level type situation, don't waste the life. Learn something. If you're going to die, if you're not going to make it, get as far forward as you can just to see what's coming up. Halcyon, oh, that beautiful little turn back. Gosh. I feel for Halcyon at this point because they already won. Like, they already did it. They know what's up. They know how to do this. They're just little slip-ups along the way. Here goes Nathan. Are they going to be brainy? Ooh, they tried. Fun fact, dying in midair to a shell is the best way to fail a shell jump. If you go for a shell jump and you fail that way, with the shell coming and smacking you in the face and you're dead, that's good. You did it good. If you miss the shell entirely, if you whiff it, and there's a big amount of space between the shell and Mario, that was bad. Adjust your timing. But actually, it feels bad, right? Like, I screwed up. But that is the actual best way to fail a shell jump, is to just throw it directly into your face and die. I don't make the rules, okay? No way. RB Pimlico, man. I mean, that was it. That was it. Did they almost? This is an honestly really exciting situation here because we could get the upset. Nathan MG has a little bit of work to do, but RB Pimlico and Halcyon are literally neck and neck right now. Halcyon had more knowledge. They got to this sooner. But RB Pimlico could come from behind and just rock it. But we're getting closer. We got that 5-minute warning. I don't want to push it. You know, folks got places to be, things to do. I understand. For me, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. But right now, there's still a race on. Yo, here goes Nathan MG. Can we get it? Could we get it? Nathan with the shot. Rough juggle. Juggles are tough. You know, and the thing about juggles too is that not a lot of people practice them. They don't show up that often. They were way more popular in Mario Maker and like earlier SMW hacks, like 2017, 2018 hacks. Not a lot of people practice them. They don't really show up that much. So I'm not surprised that move in particular is kind of weirding people out a little bit. Or they have to they don't approach that with a method already. They get a method after a certain point. Yeah, juggles are tough, and I think something to do to improve with all up-throwing moves and juggles and things is to become really aware of how much momentum you are giving to an object which you are up throwing. If you kind of run a little bit and then up throw it, the object thrown will have more momentum and a wider arc than you would if you gave it less momentum. Really pay attention to that. It will help out with all sorts of up throw situations, juggles being one of them. But just really notice you're giving your object momentum. That's for drops and for up throws. Be aware of that because it can help out and it'll help you understand. Whew. Tough level tonight. MassPunishment here, pulling out all the stops. RB. Oh. I do hope that everyone has enjoyed your time here tonight. We do this every Saturday, as often as we can. Every Saturday, and sometimes, circumstances make it tough if there's a GDQ or everybody's out of town or whatnot. But we're here. We'll be here next week. I'll probably be here the week after that. And hopefully Halcyon won't be here as Halcyon. Oh, jeez. Such a good attempt. They were a little late on the up throw. You want to throw that up on the ascent. But, we'll be ascending right back into your television screen next Saturday. We got another level coming up next week. We got a website. We got romhackraces.com. We got the Discord. You can jump on the Discord from the website. Hang out, talk shop with us. Baba Yaga is going to be making for us next week. So bring your swim trunks and bring your snorkel and bring your little pool floaty so you don't get sucked out in the rip current. And we'll see what Baba Yaga has for us next Saturday. You can join the fun on the Discord. Check out the website. And if you're interested, one more time, we could definitely use a couple of makers. If anybody wants to make a level for Romhack Races, you don't even have to race to get a hold of us and sign up. We could use a few more makers for our late summer and fall kind of schedule. So if that sounds like you, now's the time. That we're fun and friendly, and we'd love to help your level be the best it can be and race it. But for now, we're going to go raid Halcyon. I think that's a worthy pick for the raid tonight. Give Halcyon some follows and cheer them on. Check out RB Pimlico, Nathan MG, and all the rest of the racers. I have been Glitchcat. With me on crew, Dr. No, Kelgan, thank you so much. Marcy, Omnomnom, and Osu for testing. D to the fourth running the website. Dr. No running the restream. GC7 on the mic. Thank y'all so much for being here and being a part of this for my community, for everybody. I will see y'all again tomorrow. I wanted to get a stream in today, but I didn't have time. Whoops. Sorry about that. And I will be back on my stream tomorrow night. You can come and hang out over there. And I'll see y'all around again later. Thanks for being a part of Romhack Races. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. And you matter to me as human beings. You matter, of course, to the internet's #1 longboy Furret. You knew that. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter. LGBTQIA+ lives matter. Indigenous lives matter. Disabled lives matter. You too. I'll see you all around again very, very soon. Go make some friends on Twitch. Keep hacking the planet. Keep practicing those regrabs. And we'll see you all again on Saturday for another Romhack race. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.